Powerpivot is a powerful tool within Excel that allows you to analyze large datasets without advanced coding skills. Think of Powerpivot as a supercharger for your regular Excel tables. It allows you to combine and connect different data sources to create one big picture. Follow along as we import a sales dataset and create a pivot table to summarize total sales by product and region. Add slicers to make the report interactive. Powerpivot helps create relationships between tables for more insightful analysis. Introduction to Power BI. Power BI is a tool that helps create advanced interactive dashboards beyond Excel's capabilities. Think of Power BI as an artist's studio for making your data come alive. It takes your Excel reports and turns them into beautiful masterpieces. Building a simple dashboard with Power BI. Import the sales dataset into Power BI and create an interactive dashboard. Create a bar chart showing monthly sales per product. Add a slicer to filter by region. Power Pivot and Power BI work together to create comprehensive dashboards. Use Power Pivot to analyze and manage data. Use Power BI to visualize data in an interactive and dynamic format. Power Pivot is great for managing data and analyzing data with Excel. Power BI helps create stunning interactive visualizations. Now the assignment is use Power Pivot to analyze data and create a Power BI dashboard with at least one chart and one slicer. Imagine you are the manager of a store that sells clothing. You have different products like shirts, pants, and shoes, and you have multiple store locations. You want to know which products are selling the best in each store, and you want to understand which store location is performing the best overall. Right now, your sales data is in Excel and it is in different tables. One table has the sales record, another has information about the products, and another has details about each store location. Look at all these tables separately makes it hard to see the big picture. You need to connect this information together to get useful insights, like which product sold the most last month in the downtown store. This is where Power Pivot comes in. Problem objective. The goal is to combine and analyze all the different pieces of data together so you can find out which products are most popular in each store, track which store is performing the best in terms of sales, be able to interact with the data easily to make decisions quickly. We will use Power Pivot to solve this problem. Power Pivot will allow us to link different tables, make relationships between them, and then use all the data together in one view. Just like putting all the pieces of a puzzle together to see the whole picture. So this is the Excel template file for the cells. In the first table cells, you have the sales ID, product ID, store ID, quantity sold. In the second table products, you have the product ID, product name, category. In the third table stores, you have the store ID, store name, and location. Now there are some common fields. For example, in sales table and in products table, you see the product ID is the common field. Now between sales table and stores table, there is also a common ID. In sales table, there is store ID. And in stores table, there is also store ID. But also there is some information which are not common among the tables. For example, the product name, category, and then the store name and location. So different pieces of information are in different tables. You cannot see it all together. So what is the purpose of Power Pivot? Is to combine everything together. So let's get started. We need a tab called Power Pivot here. We don't see it here. So the way you can bring it here is that go to File, go to Options, go to Add-ins, and see here Manage Excel Add-ins. The drop-down menu, select Com Add-ins, and then click on Go. And see here is an option, Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. Check here, and then press OK. And then you see here Power Pivot. So once you are in the Power Pivot tab, I need to create relationships between different tables in the Power Pivot. So how to do that? In the Cells tab, Select the table here, add to data model. This is in Powerpivot. So where is the data for your table? B2 to E9. So press here OK and just check here my table has headers because I included the header, sales ID, product ID, store ID, quantity sold. Press OK. And the first table is populated here. Minimize it because I need other tables as well. Go to the products tab. Similarly, select the products table and again go to Powerpivot and add to data model. Press OK. So the first table populated here in table 1, the second table populated here in table 2. Similarly, go to stores and then select the table. Again, go to Powerpivot, add to data model, press OK. And now you see all tables here, table 1, table 2, table 3. So all the tables here. Now, how to create relationships between the tables? Because different pieces of information are in different tables, I want to combine all the information together. So how to do that? Go to design, create relationship. Select the first table here. Select the second table here and see which ones are common. So I can see the product ID from table 1 and the product ID from table 2 are common fields. So select this one. Already they are selected. If they are not selected, you can select it yourself like this and then press OK. So our relationship is established. I want to create more relationships. So let's see between table 1 and table 3. Which one is the common field? So I can say the store ID is in table 1 and also the store ID is in table 3. So select the store ID from table 1 and the store ID from table 3 and then press OK. And the relationship is established. Now, if you want to see all the relationships together, go to Home and then Diagram View. See, all the relationships are shown. So if you want to check the relationships again, you can just bring your cursor here and see it automatically highlighting the fields which have relationship. For example, store ID from table 3 and store ID from table 1. Again, bring the cursor here. The product ID from table 1 has relationship with product ID from table 2. Once you are satisfied with the relationship, click here Pivot Table. A new worksheet or existing worksheet. I want to see the pivot table in our new worksheet. So I'll select this option and press here OK. So just drag the pivot table to the end. And here's the pivot table information. So there are many different ways you can present the information in a pivot table. So I'll just present the information in one way. I want to see the store names in the row. And I want to see the product names in the column. And for this, see for downtown, how many hats are sold? I want to see that information here. So the way I'm going to do it is that from table 1, I want to see the quantity sold. And it already says here sum of quantity sold. So in downtown, 4 hats are sold. Let's enter the information. And if you want, you can create a border. These are the row labels and these are the column labels. Let me color it red. So in downtown, 4 hats are sold, 12 shirts are sold, and in total 16 items are sold. So this is one way to present the information. You can present the information in many different ways by rearranging the rows, columns, and values. But this is just one way. Let's interpret the results. Overview of the pivot table. Row labels represents the different store locations: downtown, suburban, uptown. Column labels represent the product types: hat, pants, shirt, shoes. Values shows the sum of quantity sold for each product in each store. Grand total indicates the sum of quantities across all stores or products. Interpretation: store performance. Downtown store has sold a total of 16 items with 4 hats, 12 shirts. Suburban store has sold a total of 5 items, including 3 hats and 2 shoes. Uptown store has sold 9 items, all of which are pants. Product performance. Shirts are the best-selling item with 12 sold, all in downtown store. Pants have 9 sold, all in uptown store. Hats have 7 sold in total, spread between downtown and suburban. Shoes are the least sold, with only 2 sold in the suburban store. Total sales, the grand total of all products sold across all stores is 30 items. Downtown has the highest sales, while suburban and uptown have lower sales.